Welcome into WagerTalk TV. I am Drew Martin, joined by Dave Koken and Ralph Michaels from WagerTalk.com. We're talking some NFL action here. We got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. Ralph, coming to you first. We're seeing Kansas City -9 in the hook, a mile high here. Total of 48. What are you thinking in this one?
Well, if we played a game, Drew and Dave, how many times this week are we going to hear somebody say or write, oh my God, KC's on a road game and then they have to play at Denver. What a disadvantage. Okay, well, if you ever watched any TNA segment on my time, if I hear a statement like that, I have to go check the numbers. Okay, so since 2006, so we're talking 15 years in the NFL, when a team plays a road game before they play at Denver, back-to-back games at Mile High with the altitude, those teams in the second straight road game have covered exactly 63.6% of the time. So one of those fallacies in the world, those great false truths, oh my God, Denver, when you have to travel for a second straight time, it's an automatic fade. It is not. I will say this, however, I do have a number that fades the Chiefs. When you play a Monday night road game and then you travel on the road again in a short week, since 2012, you are 5-11, 31% of the time. And by the way, this week with KC is the only time the NFL scheduled that this year. So short week with the travel for the second straight week is a negative. I look back at the value in this game. Last year, KC was laying 9 to Denver. Yes, they beat them, but the quarterback situation was horrendous. Denver obviously as banged up as any team in the NFL, but I like their defensive performance, what they did. And look what the division teams have done. These division teams have been beaten up so bad by Kansas City. Denver has lost 9 straight. Denver is 1-8 ATS. We saw the Chargers, how poorly they played going in this year, as well as the Raiders. What did the Chargers do? Oh, yeah, with a rookie quarterback making his first start, an overtime game, 23-20. What happened when the Raiders played them the first time this year? They beat them 40-32. I think we see a lot of pent-up teams, Denver, the Chargers, the Raiders, which are all much better than this year, but they're getting lined much worse than they were. Again, Denver was getting 9 at home. Now they're getting 9 on the road. I think in this situation, I don't think they're a live home dog, but clearly getting over a touchdown with this defense that's improved now, learning how to play without the stars they've missed. Only one way for me to go, and it's the Broncos in this game.
Yeah, Dave, 2 good stats there from Ralph. I mean, the one pointing towards the Broncos being the short week here for the Chiefs. And the Broncos also looked good this past weekend. So is that enough for you to kind of take the points here with the home team?
I'm going to say they looked okay. I wouldn't say they looked good against the Patriots. I thought the Patriots looked bad. A couple of the Patriots superstars for the last several years look like they've aged. Edelman at the top of the list. I mean, he's just not playing anywhere near his former level. And, look, I know Denver got the victory, but you can't tell me that you come out of that game and say, wow, Drew Lock was great, because Drew Lock wasn't real good in the football game.
10 of 24, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers just aren't very good. And 10 out of 24 isn't going to get it done against this football team, because you can hold the you can hold the Chiefs for a series at a time, but eventually they're going to get you. And I think that's kind of what happens here. The situation does favor the Broncos. I think from a scheduling dynamic standpoint, you can make the case that this isn't bad. Denver has won 2 in a row. I mean, the win over the Jets does count as a win, even though it was against one of the worst teams I've seen in a long time in the NFL. And then winning at New England is impressive, regardless of whether it was an ugly game or not. So, a home dog getting this many points with a little momentum sounds like a good idea. But I just don't know what happens. How does Denver catch up if they fall behind? They just don't have, in my opinion, many ways to do so. I really don't like games like this. It's because I don't want to lay this many points. And I know if you put the handicapper thing in quotes, we'll put the air quotes on it. You're supposed to look at the home dog here. I just can't do it. To me, it's an easy pass. If I had to play anything in the game, I suppose I'd take the over. Maybe the Chiefs get rolling early, put some points up and soften up, play a little soft zone, and let Denver maybe get some points. Not intentionally, but get some points late in the game. And that's all I can do with it. But I can tell you this is not going to be a bet for me.
He's a legend, Dave Koken. Follow him on Twitter at Dave Koken. Also, Ralph Michaels, great follow on Twitter at Cal Sports LV. Guys, this weekend, the biggest weekend in sports, and arguably, 7+ months from just with the whole pandemic and everything. Check the bottom scroll here, guys. Why spend $40 on one play, a 5% play, when you can spend $49 for a 3-day pass at both Sports Memo and WagerTalk.com?